Hey there, good morning and welcome to day 5 of our New Zealand trip. Today we are in beautiful, sunny Auckland, New Zealand. Yay! We are now off the ship and we have hired a driver to take all 9 of us in this large and spacious van on a tour around the city. So right now I think we're taking about an hour's drive, isn't it? Up to a mountain because the weather is so beautiful and sunny outside. Here we are up on Mount Maungawa. In English, that was Maori. In English, it's Mount Eden. This is beautiful. Wow. Tallest mountain in Auckland. Alright, let's go over there to see if we can get a nice view. Oh, by the way, this used to be a volcano. So this is I guess a volcano crater. That's really awesome. It's the tower. That's really close to our cruise ship. That's basically they call it the tallest tower in the southern hemisphere. I've learned that anything with the tag in the southern hemisphere is a thing, and all of them are in Australia or New Zealand because it's a Western country, I guess, and they're rich. They can build this. I mean, because what else is in the southern hemisphere? Africa, South America. I mean, come on. Really, they don't really have a lot of money. So kind of like how we were at the largest mall in the southern hemisphere, Melbourne. Oh my gosh! See this house. Lift up here in Auckland. Oh gosh. It's just beautiful. And you can see over there the water. So beautiful. Gorgeous. Alright, I guess it's time to join the family again. Our driver has brought us to the beautiful Mission Bay. Look at that. Gorgeous. We've stopped by for a cup of coffee. The view, I guess, kind of. We've got about 3 hours until we have to go back to the ship. Beautiful. It's starting to get really sunny. Really sunny. I mean, the forecast for today was 19 degrees, can you believe? But no way is this 19 degrees. It feels like 24, 25 degrees. So beautiful. We stopped by at a supermarket to pick up some food and drinks. Now I guess we're just going to enjoy the sun. Gorgeous. Alright, so it looks like there's a beach here too. Let's go check it out. Family sitting in some shade under the tree. Oh my gosh. This looks lovely. Wow, the water is so blue. Not bad for the beach, really. Oh, look at that. Alright, here's a nice view of the bridge. Come to this little lookout here where the ferries actually set this place. There's people just standing around fishing. That's lovely. My dad loves to fish. It's so cool. He would love fishing here in New Zealand. I mean, he used to be so excited about the kinds of fishing we get. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Oh, the waves pushing on the rocks. So pretty. This is the kind of stuff that you set up a tripod, you videotape, and then you put it on, I don't know, as background things. I don't know, it's nice. The water is so sparkling. Oh, I just love how sparkling the water is. It's tough to focus on sparkling water. It's beautiful. And the family's back there. 3 kids over there. And this is probably our last tour before we head back on the ship. We've got about an hour left before we start heading back. Auckland has been wonderful, has been beautiful, and has been just, it feels like such a dream. Hey, Auckland, New Zealand is definitely one of those places that I've always wanted to go to. Ever since I think I found out about New Zealand, I've just said, yeah, I want to go there. I want to go there. It's been such a dream of mine to come to New Zealand, and it's just, my heart is like singing because I get to be in such a beautiful place like this. Sorry, my eyes are really squinty. I mean, like now they're even smaller than they usually are, but the sun is shining very brightly. But yeah, it's such a dream come true for me to step foot on this beautiful country, and I'm so looking forward to it. Tomorrow we are going to be doing the Lord of the Rings movie tour. So we're going to Hobbiton, which is the actual place where they filmed where the place the hobbits live. I'm not a big fan of the Lord of the Rings movies. I have to admit, it's a confession. I'm definitely much more of a Harry Potter girl, which we will be going to in Japan, but I'll save that for later. But yeah, I know it's gonna be beautiful, and also I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones, and we're gonna head down to the south, where they made all those beautiful sceneries in Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, and all the just the best places you can think of. Ooh, look, that's great. It's just all the beautiful sights that you see in those movies. This is where they filmed it. And also, I heard that someone in somewhere in New Zealand they erected a statue of King Joffrey, and they were asking people to tear it down or something like that. I heard about that, but I'm not quite sure. I'll probably fact check, and there'll probably be comments scrolling on the bottom screen here to let you know what I found out. But yeah, I'm really glad to be here, and the weather has been beautiful. They said it was gonna be 19 degrees. No way, it's so beautifully sunny here.
Here you go, my lovely video.
Ow.
Oh, chocolate strawberries. Now you're beautiful for YouTube.
Okay, so the driver stopped us by at a roadside strawberry little stand. This guy just had it set up on the roadside. It's fresh picked strawberries, just picked this morning. And so we bought some strawberries, and we bought some chocolate dip, and now we're dipping in strawberries and chocolate, and it's delicious. Also, I'm really happy because he was selling some blueberries. I don't know if I've got chocolate everywhere. But he was selling some blueberries, and I've not eaten blueberries for months, like probably at least half a year, and I love blueberries. It's one of my favorite things to eat, one of my favorite fruits. And yeah, I mean in China it's just like, yes they have blueberries, but it's not very good, and also it's not very, it's pretty expensive because they have to get it from other places, but yeah, it's pretty expensive and it's not very good, so sometimes it's not worth paying all that money just to have it, so sometimes I just rather wait. And also our trip after this cruise, we're going to Taiwan, which is basically the fruit country of the world, where I will get to eat as many blueberries as I want. We have ended our tour right around where the boat is docked going into the season. I guess there is a good place to show you just how massive the ship is. There's a tiny little boat. That's a tiny little boat. A little ferry just kind of around. Are these called ferries? I guess they're called ferries. Anyway, but the ship is just massive. It's huge. You forget how huge it is on the outside, because of course, like on the outside, like on the inside, you only see the inside of the ship. But on the outside, it's padded by, you know, balcony staterooms outside. I am now back in my room after boarding the ship. I actually spent some time out on the top deck sunbathing, and it was very nice. I mean, we haven't really had any chance to do that. It's just been really cloudy or super windy and kind of sunny, but today it was mostly sunny and just a little bit windy. So I stayed out, I sunbathed for about like half an hour, yeah. So we are leaving the beautiful Auckland, New Zealand, and we are heading towards, where are we heading towards tomorrow? Do you know?
You have the book.
Let me take a look in my info booklet. Oh, that's right, I make like an information booklet for all of my trips. You know, I should do a video about that. Maybe at the end, and then we'll talk about, like, you know, what I could change for my next trip. Alright, tomorrow we have Tauranga. Tauranga? I don't know really how to pronounce it. Okay, so we have that tomorrow, and oh, that's right, the Lord of the Rings cruise, that's tomorrow. And then I guess we'll see tomorrow morning. I have to wake up really early. We meet for the tour at 8:30. Today we met at 9:30 to get off the ship. Tomorrow is 8:30, so yeah, probably gonna do room service breakfast, which isn't always the best, but it's a really good option for when you just don't want to get out and just want to stay in your room. Alright, ciao! So, tonight was pretty good. I had way too much food for dinner. I mean, I had like 4 appetizers and 2 desserts. Yeah, 1 entree, 2 desserts. Yeah. And then after that we went to watch a really funny comedy magic show. So it was basically a comedy act with some magic inserted here and there, but mostly just comedy. It was really funny. And then after that it was already dark out, so we went to check to see if the helipad was open, and it was, and we got to see one of the most beautiful sights ever. It's just because, like, as a city girl, and especially since right now we're in Beijing where we don't even get to see that many stars to begin with, the helipad is basically the next best thing, especially if you're on a cruise. I highly recommend a night stroll out to the helipad on the very front of the ship, where it's just complete, well, not complete darkness, but very, very dark. When it is complete darkness, it is mind-blowing. But when it's still kind of a little bit more light, you still see an amazing sight. You still see a lot more, probably I would say about like 300% more stars in the skies than you would see normally, especially if you live in the city. Even in the suburbs around the city, I would say that, because I felt like I saw, like, the first time I did this was when on one of our Caribbean cruises, back when we came from Canada. In Toronto, we get the few stars, and sometimes the Venus if we're really lucky. North Star, Big Dipper, Little Dipper. But then when we went down to the Caribbeans and we went onto the helipad, and it was just pitch black out there. It was really difficult to see where we were going, so you have to be super careful. So it was really dark, and then the skies just opened up. I mean, like, up there on the helipad, we could see the Milky Way. And it was just incredible, just breathtakingly beautiful. I guess I was expecting a little more this time, but still, it was so pretty. I mean, it's just, those are the kind of stars that you just don't see on a regular basis, and it's super beautiful. I actually got this tip somewhere on Cruise Critic, so highly recommend that you try to do that. Sometimes they close the gate. This time they didn't, so just give it a check every night if you're sure. You will not regret it. Alright, so tonight I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow we're gonna have to wake up super early. We have to meet at 8, so we are ordering breakfast from room service. So we are gonna meet at 8 to leave for our tour at 8:30. And then we're gonna go see Hobbiton. Yay! Super excited! See you tomorrow!